Hi everyone, my name is Carly and this is my channel, Mystic Venice. So I'd like to do a quick energy read for you today and see what's going on. This is a timeless energy read. So whenever you see this, if the title caught your eye, then there's definitely a message here for you. So I don't know what this reading is going to be about yet, and let's see where it takes us. I want to start by pulling a couple of goddess oracle cards and get a little more information about who you are and what this reading is going to be about. Alright, so for the collective, 3 cards. Alright, so you have Gaia, Earth. You are a grounded person and like a lover of nature. You believe in Mother Gaia and that in Source Creator. That the Earth is a living organism and that we are just wards of it and protecting her. You also have here Aphrodite, so you may be stepping into an era where you are like feeling more loving and more beautiful. You may be glowing from the inside, and that's something that people notice about you. You know, you might not have a traditional beauty, although you may, but I think the thing that it is really beautiful is about you is how you are glowing from the inside, and you know, how you treat people, and that's what makes you so attractive, right? You may be doing some sort of self-love and self-care routines at this time, and actually love Aphrodite. Venus, you know, beauty, nature, the beauty in nature. And then the next one you got is Yostra, New Beginnings. And this one's really interesting because obviously Easter is coming up next month in March. You may have a spring birthday, or could just be that you were like starting something, like I said, new in your life, a new chapter of your life. And you'll know this is for you if you identify with these 3 goddesses. So let's get into the reading and see what is happening for you. And I'll tie these in more as I get into the reading, and we'll see how it connects to the cards. So let's see. What card most represents the collective at this moment? The person that I'm talking to. What card most represents person or people? Ooh, you got the Magician and the King of Pentacles. So I feel that this is somebody that has the ability to transform their life. You may have started over like more than once in your life, and maybe in the midst of definitely in the midst of starting over now. Things may have been difficult, and you're trying to figure out how you can transform your negatives into positives, and how you can make the assets that you have work for you, in order to have a better work-life balance and to be able to like enjoy your surroundings. You have the King of Pentacles, and I feel like this is the goal. The goal is to become more abundant and to actually have the time to enjoy your abundance, and to be more like organized, good planner. Like this is kind of your goal, is to become more like the King of Pentacles, surrounded by your garden. You know, I'm feeling like 10 of Pentacles too, like, you know, family, pets, children, you know, just like all of this, like the Dolce Vita. So you're looking for the Dolce Vita, and trying to be the best that you can be. Alright, so if that resonates, then stick around and we will see what else is happening here. Okay, so what is the challenge going on? Whoa! Yeah. You are leaving behind a cycle. This actually it's the only card in the deck that has an eclipse. We just had an eclipse happen 2 days ago, and there's going to be another eclipse on March 3rd. So it's like causing you, it has you doing some soul searching. You're kind of leaving behind, what may have been good, like a life that looked good on paper, but it wasn't for you, and you weren't feeling emotionally fulfilled, right? And so it caused you to go inward and go deeper to see what it is that like really would stoke your passions and like bring you happiness and make you feel full. Make you not feel like there's like a little empty spot in your heart that you're waiting to fill. So you're looking for this. It's something that you want to find, soul searching. And if you have to go alone, then you will do that. The Emperor came up sideways, so I feel like you've been having trouble like planning this, whatever this, maybe to have enough time to do the soul searching, maybe to actually like physically move. But like it's been a challenge to get your ducks in a row to get out of survival mode. Sorry, I didn't realize that window was open. We'll try and see if I can leave it open, otherwise I'll shut it. But yeah, you're having trouble getting your ducks in a row and like being the pioneer that you want to be. But it's also telling me that part of the challenge is that you might be like waiting until you're like have like A, B, C, and D, have your ducks in a row, and it's like you're waiting for like the perfect time to go on this journey of soul searching. I'd like to follow the path that you really want to follow, and sometimes there's just not a right time for that, right? Like sometimes you can't plan. Like there would if you continue to plan, there might never be a right time, right? So sometimes you just have to like rip off the band-aid and things like that. What is this? Tell me more about this Eight of Cups. Oh. Yeah, it's like it has to do with budget. You've been like, this is what this is about. You've been like trying to get it together, trying to get your abundance flowing. You definitely have come a long way, but there's still a long way to go. And, so it talks about like budgeting, but also like kind of being in a stuck place, having a stuck energy at the moment, because like your path is opening up, but like you're not able to see how to get there. Sometimes you just have to trust the universe. That the divine timing will happen, or that things are taking place for your benefit. Let's see, what else about this Four of Pentacles here? Yeah, you've been working really hard. But if you keep going on this path, you can continue. Like even though you're working really hard, it's not like really enough to get this plan started. And it is saying that you do have to work really hard in order to pull this off, whatever this is. Let's see, what is this? I mean, not whatever it is. We know it's the soul searching, but for each of you, it will be like a different thing that you're reaching towards, that you're going towards. And also, like, people may not like have faith in you, but you have faith in yourself, and so that's like you're trusting yourself at this time that you're doing the right thing. Against, even though the odds are stacked against you. And let's see. So what do we have to do? What do they have to do? What does this group of people have to do? You have to... It's clarity. You have to act with clarity. It's like, I'm feeling what this is it's like you kind of just have to decide. make that decision and then go forward with it. You know, the Knight of Swords is quick on the move. You know, they're not cups, but they're very passionate, you know, about their ideas and their values. Very intelligent. And so you may just have to, like, bust a move or something, I'm feeling like here. Let's see what else here. What else do we need to do? Oh. You got the Three of Swords in reverse, so it's like it may, like, be painful either direction you go in. It, like, maybe hurting your heart to stay, and it may hurt your heart to go. These kinds of things might be the reasons why you've been waiting on this, waiting on taking action on this. Maybe because you're afraid of hurting others, you know. Putting off the inevitable. You're resilient. You're resilient, and you have been standing your ground for some time. And even though, like I'm feeling like people may not, they're not standing with you. It's like you've been having to do this alone and like stand up for your values and for your passions. And you've been also, like, waiting on the things that you need to do here, places you need to go in order to, like, stand here at this wall, which is like, it's like an obligation that doesn't need to be yours. Like, you're feeling obligated to things that you don't need to feel obligated to. And it's like time to let these go, right? That's a 9. The 10 is about putting the burdens down. And then you have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So you may have been waiting with this here. You may have been waiting for somebody here, you know, like maybe you've been waiting for somebody to express to you that they want you to stay, but it doesn't feel like it's happening. Like a reluctant lover of sorts. But in between those two cards is this. This is you. You know, like, the outcome that you want may never happen here if you're staying in this situation. What do we need to do? What does this collective need to be doing? What does this collective need to be doing? What's the outcome here? Yeah, because you did get Aphrodite with the romantic love, too. So it's like holding on for hope. Yeah, but you have to make this decision. It's time to make this decision. Like, if you're waiting for somebody to offer kind words of love or to persuade you to stay, like, it doesn't look like that's coming in here. But you have to make this decision anyway, and it's with a heavy heart that you do so, because you care so much about others. But, like, it kind of feels like you're being neglected. You know, there's not a lot of, like, you know, there's no cards here of any sort of fighting or aggression, but it definitely feels like you are being taken for granted. So you have this big decision to make here. You've got to put down these swords and take off the blindfolds to see even more clarity. Like, there's something that you don't want to see about this situation. Tell me more about the two swords here. Hermit. This came in reverse. It's causing you a lot of grief. And And I'm not sure you realize how much this is affecting you. It was in reverse, so it's like, you know, you could be coming out of this, feeling of coming, like once you make this decision, this load is going to be lightened, and then you'll be able to take this hermitage to do your soul searching and to find, you know, inner peace and what lights you up, and, you know, maybe even some sort of academic pursuit, or, you know, career change, or there's something here with the hermit, soul searching. And so once you do make this decision, the worries are going to leave. You're already going to feel more empowered. And then it says this is happening fast, right? Like once you get going, once the momentum gets going, it starts happening fast. You see this on the top of his head here? It is an infinity symbol, and it talks about momentum, like building the momentum, building the energy. And once you get going, it's happening fast. So yeah, this is really pretty exciting. So let's see. Tell me more about this hermit. Like, where is collective? What is this soul searching about? Tell me more about this hermit. The Fool. Yeah, it's like you are. Did that really come upside down? Yeah, it's like you're putting off this new beginning here with Yostra, you know, and it's like time to get really grounded about what it is that you want, and it's time to start like loving yourself and pouring into yourself, so that others can see the way that you shine as well, because you're putting off this new adventure. But upside down, it also just talks about planning. It talks about having faith, but also like looking before you leap, because you also got the Seven of Cups, which is right side up. And this is, I want to say it's similar to another card you got. I guess this one. But it's all about, oh, and this one. It's all about having choices, but having like the anxiety and the worry of making the correct choice, right? And so that's why this like lingering feeling is here, where you're like holding on and you are holding off on heartbreak. This Knight of Cups here could be, you know, your loved one, the person that you love, like a person you're with, or like somebody you're not with. That's what I meant. Like it could be somebody that you were holding out hope for, but it could also be somebody that you're actually with. So it would mean a separation here. And so, yeah, it's like you're really worried about making the correct decision and making a well thought out decision. Sorry, I dropped a card, but it wasn't a new one. It was the, you know, and that's like very admirable and caring. But it's also time to go on this journey. It doesn't have to be a physical move, but it could be. It could certainly just be like a new avenue of work or study or interest. You know, you're changing, and you have to let yourself change. You can't like stay the same just to put this off, because in life we have to like grow and we have to change and try new things. It's like I just feel like you can't stay the same forever. We kind of try to keep ourselves the same sometimes because we're afraid of who we'll be if we're not the same. But really, you have to allow yourself to like unfold and unfurl and see, you know, what wonders are there, because we only have this one life, you know. And so you don't want to have regrets someday that like, oh, I always wanted to be a ballet dancer, but you know, it's something like that, you know. It's like you've got to let yourself try, even if you fail. Not to leave behind, you know, a happy home, but this is not, you know, happy. Like, I feel that this is just somebody that's like, somebody that's coupled, that's waiting for more from their partner, but not receiving it. I don't see this as like a married couple or anything like that. Or it's somebody that, has longed to be with somebody for a long time, but it's not happening. Like, it's just not happening. So you have the worries and anxieties here. What's the outcome of this? What's the outcome? What's going to happen if you take this leap? Let's do that. If you take this leap, then what will happen if you take this leap? King of Swords. So you had the Knight of Swords earlier, so growth. So this was you earlier, and then this is you now. It will be growth, and you will have the confidence and self-confidence, self-assuredness, the knowledge that you can do the things that you set your mind to, and also just like a peace of mind, right? Because the King of Wands rules the intellect. There's a peace of mind that comes with this growth, knowing that the kingdom is safe because they've put all of these things into play. What else? What else here? And it'll be a lot calmer, where like this with the gray clouds, it's not calm at all. And that horse looks like it's, chattering his teeth, right? So you'd be moving on to calmer waters, and this is something that will be like a blessing to you. What other things will happen if they take this leap? Equity. The scales of equity will balance out, and you won't feel like you're always like, begging for crumbs here. It'll balance, and you'll have enough to be able to share and give charity. What else would happen if they take this leap? There it is. 10 of Cups. Emotional fulfillment. And you will attract a new partner that, you feel aligned with, that you can create something of this, like something solid, like create the foundation for a happy life. So yeah, I mean, this is all very good. So if you've been having trouble making a decision, I feel like this is your sign that this is going to be moving fast. And also with the eclipses, it could be moving, whether you want it to or not, because of the moving quickly card as well. Like things have been put into motion at this time. Like these could be things that you've been manifesting, and now that they're happening, you're like, wait, I'm not ready, but if they're happening, your manifestations are coming into play to bring you this abundant lifestyle where, you're not always lacking. It's coming here to bring you to a happier place. So you have to allow these things to unfold, and not to try and hold everything and keep everything the same. And so yeah, there's a lot of growth here, and I'm really excited for where this is taking you. And if this resonated, please leave it in the comments below and like this channel. And if you enjoyed this, please subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.